Welcome, I'm Rose Oatley, and today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious lemon herb chicken with asparagus and roasted potatoes packed with lots of flavor. First, we're going to start with a marinade for our chicken, and I like to use a large Ziploc bag for less mess. Now, I'm going to start with 3 tablespoons of virgin olive oil. Before you go any further, make sure you don't have any holes in your Ziploc bag. Now we'll add 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Squeeze 1 whole lemon. We'll add 3 teaspoons of minced garlic, which is the same as 3 cloves of garlic. Add a little bit of salt and pepper, and this is to your taste, but if you need measurements, you could do 1 teaspoon of each. 2 teaspoons of thyme. 1 teaspoon of rosemary. 2 teaspoons of oregano. 2 teaspoons of parsley. Give it a quick mix to shake, and while you're at it, shake that booty. Today I'm going to be using thinly cut chicken breast, but you can use the regular size breast if you like. Add all of your chicken in the marinade and just flip it over just to make sure that everything gets smothered in that delicious marinade. Before closing your Ziploc, let all the air out, and not that kind. I'm going to let this marinate for an hour in my fridge. Now, if you're in a hurry, you could do 30 minutes, or you can even put it in overnight. I love making this meal with roasted potatoes, and I like to use potato medley. Now, if you have other type of potatoes, that's fine, but these are really nice and small, which I love, and I'm going to cut these in quarters. To your bowl, you want to drizzle some virgin olive oil. This will allow your spices to stick so much better. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper. If you need a measurement, it's about 1 teaspoon of each. I usually just eyeball it. Sprinkle or add about 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary. Then with clean hands, you want to give them all a toss so all the spices and oil is combined. Place your potatoes on a sheet pan and set aside. We will be putting these in the oven right before we start cooking, so preheat your oven to 400 degrees. All right, now we're going to move on to our veggies. I've got 1 whole red bell pepper that I'm going to be de-seeding and cutting into smaller chunks. Here I've got some asparagus, and you always want to cut the tips and throw that away. The rest I'm going to cut into thirds. For perfect timing, right before I start cooking, I put my potatoes in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. If you have a cast iron skillet, this is the perfect time to use it. I'm going to go ahead and drizzle some extra virgin olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. For a nice little flavor, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. At medium heat or number 6, we want to add all of our chicken. We want to cook this for a few minutes. Now, the trick to this is not to keep flipping them back and forth. A lot of people get tempted to flip them over right away, but don't do it. Let them cook for about 4 to 5 minutes and then go ahead and flip them over because you want a nice sear just like this. You'll start seeing white around the edges, which is a good sign. All right, so now we want to pour the remainder of your marinade, and then we're going to continue cooking on this side for another 4 to 5 minutes or until your chicken is completely done. Once your chicken is done, move it to another plate and let it rest. My potatoes are ready. Perfect timing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. And just a quick note, if you wanted to cook your potatoes on a pan, you could do that as well. Now for our veggies, I turned my temp down to a number 4. And to the same pan, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm also going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil, about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Add all of your veggies, asparagus, and red bell peppers.
Doesn't that smell delicious?
Let's go in with a little bit of salt and pepper, and this is to your taste. Half a teaspoon of rosemary, half a teaspoon of thyme. I'm going to be adding some minced garlic, but I don't want to add it right away because I don't want it to burn. So I'm going to go ahead and give these a mix, let them cook until they're nice and tender, and then we'll come back and add our garlic. In the meantime, I think I'm going to add a little bit of parsley on top. If you have fresh parsley, even better. It's been about 2 minutes. Now I'm ready to add my minced garlic, and we'll do about 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Now mix until everything is combined. And I know, I'm so sorry. I forgot to move my camera in this clip. Squeeze half a lemon into your veggies. The lemon adds such a delicious flavor to our veggies. And speaking of lemon, I cut a few slices of lemon. I'm going to go ahead and place these on my pan. I want to grill them a little bit on each side. It doesn't really take very long, 1 to 2 minutes on each side. All right, I think this is good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my lemons from my pan. Turn your pan off, and now if you wanted to, you don't have to, but sometimes I like to take my chicken and just dip it in the juice right before I serve it, or just spoon some of the juice on top of the chicken. I'm just going to go ahead and plate everything. I want to add one of my slices of lemon right on top of my chicken, and then we'll add our veggies and our roasted potatoes, and this is what you get. Let's go for the taste test. I gotta tell you, I haven't eaten all day, so I am super hungry and ready to chow this down. So good. Don't forget to like and share this link with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so below or hit my little picture on the side. Also, don't forget to hit the little bell to get notified of all of my new videos, and please be sure to check out these links on the side. Share with your friends. Thanks for watching and your support.